Hello, everybody. It's finally time for our December giveaway. I probably shouldn't say finally time because it's a little early this month. Before we get to that, first off, thank you all for commenting on yesterday's video. I appreciate it. We're getting more entries each month and just shows that the channel's growing, which is really awesome because I'm having a blast making YouTube content. I really am. I forgot it was Monday because I didn't work and it just felt like a Sunday. And I got some mail and I was happy to get it because I got a couple more PC editions. And I got the Austin Shenton. And a couple videos ago, I introduced this new PC, basically. Somebody I sort of know from this area, 5th round draft pick from the Mariners. So this is his first card. It's the 2019 Donruss Elite Extra Edition. This one is the Purple Aspirations, so the non-die cut. And at the same time, I got the die cut Purple Status. So the Aspirations is numbered to, the non-die cut Aspirations 250 and 125 for the purple die cut. So now I need to update my little checklist here. Purple and purple. So I also have the base, which isn't listed on here because I just listed the parallels, numbered to 999. So I actually have a lead on this card. Dave Durango has it. And I sent him an email and I'm waiting for a response. Hopefully he gets back to me. And this one is on eBay, which I should mention in case someone else fancies it as well. But whatever, I put a pretty good bid on it. So wish me luck. So already making pretty good progress there. I'm really wanting more stuff to pop up. But if I could get those 25s taken care of, that'd be a pretty good start. Cards have only been out about 2 weeks. So really happy with those. Very shiny. Shiny. Perfect for the holidays. Okay, here we go. Oh. Excuse me. Stack 1, Merrifield stack. Minor league card. Ricky Jordan, 90 leaf. Deion James, 88 tops. Still laughing at myself from when I got that. Go back and watch the video if you don't know what I'm talking about. Mike Sadek, 81 Donruss. 90 Donruss, Danny Darwin. Matt Young, 91 Fleer. We'll call that the Sadek stack. So, our entries. Do I have it on here? Yes, I do. Okay. So, I asked you... backing up a little bit, the video I did on the 21st, I mentioned how it was Festivus. It was not. I don't know why I was so confused. Today is Festivus, the 23rd. And so I gave you a chance to do a little airing of grievances and talk about something that, who you're going to give a lump of coal to, basically. And Reindeer Studios mentioned he doesn't normally like to be negative, and I don't really consider myself a negative person either. But I will say this. I did ask you to say who you were thankful for in November. So in the interest of balance, we're going to do this. And probably be the only time we kind of go negative with things. But Matthew Bonin, should say Matthew, or Bonin. He actually picked exactly what I would have picked. The Astros for the cheating scandal. I'm really interested to see how that's going to play out. It's a pretty big deal from what I understand. And the commissioner's office is taking their time and researching and putting their report together and figuring out how they're going to deal with this, because we've never seen anything like this on this scale before. And the minor league baseball teams possibly being contracted, that's a huge issue for me too. I am not really thrilled about that because in the Northwest League is one of the leagues, basically low A or short season rookie, I guess they call it, would be targeted for removal or to be unaffiliated. And I don't see that a independent league would thrive around here. I just don't think there's enough of a population base in some of the other Northwest League cities. So I am trying to watch that story. It's pretty complicated, and there's not a lot of information coming out about where they're at with it. And I've heard things like, "Oh, it's definitely going to happen," and I've heard things that said, "Oh, there's no way it's going to happen." Samson Gaming, you wanted to pick on the Dodgers ownership. I don't know what your exact beef is, but I imagine maybe there was some players that you wanted them to get that they didn't. But you get to watch your team in the playoffs every year, which is not something that everyone can say. Brandon Stebbins, A's organization, Billy Beane, yeah, he's a genius. He gives away players that or trades away players that are about to make money and replaces them with cheap players and still makes the playoffs. How does he do it? The problem is he doesn't go very deep in the playoffs. Stadium's a mess. Oakland's not a super great city right now. It's kind of a hard time to be an A's fan. I read a stat and I forget what the exact stat was. Brandon, you probably know it. But it was something like, and their A's are like, have lost something like 12 consecutive do or die playoff games. And that's got to be heartbreaking. I don't necessarily feel bad for you because my favorite team's in the AL West, but it can't be easy to be an A's fan, obviously. Augie, that should be Augie and not Audi. I do not like Apple self-correct. Patriots, just strong agree. I'm a Seahawks fan. I don't like the Patriots. You know, I don't need to list the reasons why. It's pretty easy to hate the Patriots. Michael Myers wanted to call out Pirates ownership. Michael Myers wanted to call out Pirates ownership. I'm not really sure what the Pirates are doing, Michael. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any comment on that. Are they rebuild? Are they, I don't know. Also a hard time to be a Pirates fan. Dan Scollard is a Mariners fan like myself. Dan, always a hard time to be a Mariners fan. You don't like the prospects being traded for. I actually, believe it or not, sort of support Dipoto's, following the Astros Cubs model where he's stripping everything down to the studs and starting over again. Because I don't think we've truly seen that here in Seattle. And I would just like to see how it work. I mean, so far he's got the farm system retooled from one of the best to, probably one of the top, I don't know, maybe in the top 10 by now. We're getting close. Some of the young draft picks look like they're actually pretty good. And he unloaded this massive salary at Cano, or most of it. Traded away Diaz after a career year, which is the best time to trade somebody. And got a haul in return. So I don't fully agree, but I do understand it's hard to be a Mariners fan because I've been one my whole life. And brother, we could tell some tales. Mac for Life 42431. Bill Belichick, I think it had to do with just the cheating and lying and all that stuff. Again, you're not going to have to convince me to not like the Patriots. I'm all in. Poor man Stack, he's got some damaged Fairfield products lately. I've been pretty lucky with my Fairfields. I don't know. Maybe it's just a shipment that went to your neighborhood, but that's not cool. I don't know. Hopefully they fix that, or whatever was causing that gets rectified. Daniel Simon is upset that the Brewers lost to the Nationals. If I was a Brewers fan, I would be too. Man, I feel like it was a miracle that they made the playoffs. I was so impressed. And I feel like they're going to be right there next year just as far as being able to contend, and hopefully they can pull one out for you, brother. Beansball Card Blog. Panini, he said, for many, many reasons. Alan Twitchell doesn't like how Steinbrenner ushered in modern free agency. Yeah, I mean, look at how much money players are getting. I don't really have a problem with it. I feel like they bring in X amount of money for the owners, and if it wasn't going to the players, and the owners would keep it, and what's kind of the difference? But yeah, and some of these contracts are pretty hefty. Henry Nelson, he's a Mets fan. Didn't like what Edwin Diaz did. As I mentioned before, this is his second time his name has come up. When he was traded with Cano, a lot of Mariners fans were upset. Not about the Cano thing so much. I think they understood that. But why did you trade Diaz? He just had this minuscule ERA and set this saves record for the franchise. And I think he finished with second or third most in his season. And my position is there's no way he was going to duplicate that, because the Mariners had all these wins in 2018 that they weren't going to be able to duplicate, because most of them were like fluky extra inning wins that they won an inordinate amount of, and 1-run wins, and just these weird things. And that's why Dipoto dismantled the team, because he knew he wasn't going to duplicate that and get us into the 80s again, and that we had to get younger. So we unloaded Diaz, and sure enough, I don't know what his problem was, but man, he was not good. And Reindeer Studios, Scott, I really want you to win one of these giveaways one day. You've been in just about every one of them. He's upset with the Tribe's GM, and I don't really know what the Indians are doing either. I mean, I don't know how you trade away a guy like Lindor if that happens. When you look back I like to look at when I'm looking on Baseball Reference, and like I see pull up a Hall of Famer or a notable player from the past, and I just scroll to their trade section. And anytime one of them has been traded for like a package of 4 or 5 guys, the team that got the large package and gave up the good player loses 99% of the time. And you just know, you're smart enough to know that that's what's going to happen. And it kind of stinks when it's your team, but that's the sport, I guess. Okay, that's it. We went through all those, got some cool talking points, got to talk about baseball, which I like. Here we go, Merrifield Stack. And I think I had the volume working earlier. Man, the volume in this thing, we don't get along. Here we go. Brandon Stebbins. Brandon, congratulations. Send me an email. I already know who your favorite team is. Link, or not link below, but email address below. Just send me your address, and we'll get these out to you hopefully tomorrow. If not, we'll be on the 26th. Here we go with the Sadex stack. Boom. Good luck, everybody. For the second month in a row, did he do it? Poor man stack. Didn't you win last month? Congratulations if you did. I don't tell anybody not to enter. If you want to win multiples, let's do it. You know what? Let's do another one. We're going to do a surprise package here. This is too much fun for me. So Brandon Stebbins, Poor Man Stack, send me an email. Brandon's got Merrifield Stack, and Poor Man Stack has Sadex Stack. Yeah, that's right. I said it. And this next lot will just be something totally random, 3 or 4 cards. Maybe of your favorite team, who knows? So we'll call this Rando Lot. Rando Lot will go to Scott. Did you do it? Scott, yes! I've been rooting for you for a long time, buddy. We're gonna put together something nice for you. You're one of the bigger supporters of the channel, and you watch every video, you comment on every video. Your channel is awesome. You're an asset to the community. You sent me this Christmas card. You got me this cool, you knew I was a knuckleball man, and I got the Phil Necro from you. So I'm going to take care of you. I already have your address. and we'll get that out tomorrow. Congratulations, everybody. Shoot me an email. Like I said, Scott doesn't need to, but I'll get those cards out, tomorrow, or basically as soon as I get your address, as long as it's not Christmas Day. And I don't know if there'll be a video tomorrow, if there's like some really cool mail, maybe. If not, Merry Christmas to you.